For a fun little Easter map, the bathroom approach does have a load of Easter eggs in it. Ironic, I know. Now, as I've mentioned previously in another video, you can actually escape this map if you use the bunny mech and then hop onto the mug, hop onto the spray bottle, and then hop onto the shelf. As you can see here, jump onto the shelf, you're over the wall now, and now you can drop down into the sink. Now, as for this map has a crazy amount of detail if you really think about it, because the area that we play on is literally that small area over here, whereas you can jump all the way down here and see, oh my gosh, they've actually added, or Adtree has added a load of detail here, to the point where you could probably play hide and seek in here. Like, look at this. This is a hide and seek map. I could be playing Roblox hide and seek on this. For context, I've only ever played that game once. Now, this place here, this stack of books, is actually where the first leak for Tower Defense Simulator's Ducky Revenge event happened. So, here is the Agent Duck standing beside a couple of piled books. This is that couple of piled books. You can just about make out the red, blue, and green here. And as you can see here, that's red, blue, and green. Agent Ducky once stood where I once stood. James Bond has stood in this exact same spot. That is mad. Daniel Craig who? Now, the second spot for where the Ducky unit was leaked, here with the Super Soldier Ducky and the Operator Ducky, that's actually here, this exact point here. So you can see there's a watchtower here with this little indent into here and then a long thing coming out. Here, this is where this is, and additionally, on the background, you can see a sort of row of squares here. This is actually a calendar, but here it's actually blocked off. And in fact, this calendar is an Easter egg of itself. But as you can see here, the blacked out rows here is these blacked out rows here on the calendar, where there's only one white one here, and then this is in May. So actually, we play atop this countertop, which is a bathroom in of itself, where the Ducky unit was first spawned in. The next leak, the Rocketeer Ducky and the Osama Bin Laden Ducky. This part, I can't really tell where it is because it's very generic. It only seems to be this background information here and obviously a crate full of bread. Interestingly enough, the crate full of bread isn't to be seen anywhere in this entire thing, which is to be fair given the fact that we have starved the ducks of all their bread. This too is unidentifiable, Evil Ducky with the P3 NGUs. This is played on the countertop as seen previously, and the scout dropping down from the rope and the cutscene stuff, that's actually entirely based on this bathroom approach. However, if you saw my video previously, you'll know that even if you appear on the spots where the characters play out their cutscenes, you don't appear in the cutscenes, so that is a separate map to this, and you can even climb this rope to get onto the toilet. However, you can't actually get down into this hole and see that there's no portal down there. I mean, I can free cam to show there is no portal down here, as you can see, but there's nothing outside here either. Interesting enough though, you can climb this far onto the lid, and then you can in fact get on top of the toilet lid. It's not like you can do much here though, because there's nowhere else to jump, except maybe that ledge over there. Okay, so I just tried to jump to that ledge, and it's not actually collidable. But there's a cat litter here. Yes, for whatever reason, this bathroom, whoever this bathroom is, has a cat. Now, just trust me on this, Below Natural's bathroom. Yes, we're playing in Below Natural's bathroom. There's a book here with scrunched up paper. It doesn't look like this book is ripped up though. This giant bathroom is somehow barricaded by this pole, and you can even climb this pole. That's very interesting. There's a lot of collidable elements and non-collidable elements here. Don't know how each one was determined. There's a vase here in front of a washing machine and some soap dispenser stuff. There's nothing probably inside the soap dispensers, no. Meanwhile, the pictures, as you can see here, is a simple sailboat, and then you got a cat. So yes, this is definitely a cat litter. And then a poster saying, "You got this." I don't know why the duck dimension is this, but that's fair enough. Next, you got an entire ass bathtub here. Now, I wonder, is it possible to actually reach this part? Looking at the topology of everything, I don't think so. Actually, maybe. You can somehow get between those two watchtowers there. Actually, the curtains are probably non-collidable thinking about it, so you can probably phase through them. Yeah, you definitely can. If you can get on top of that ledge there and then jump over there into that bathtub, I think it's possible to get into the bathtub. You know, for whatever reason, there's this gap here, or this non-gap here, which means you can't get round to the back of the washing machine that way, and you can't really enter through. Actually, no, you can, okay. And then you can go through here, though. It's not like there's much behind the washing machine. It's always to the desk or the sink, basically. Now, for the most interesting part, this is the part where Ducky Doom is rebuilt, and as you can see, there's a fidget spinner on top of a toothbrush colliding with a ruler, and the makeshift workstations here, lollipop sticks, and gum. And as you can see here, this is the remnants of Ducky Doom. Ducky Doom is actually being built here. But interestingly, the bunny turrets are also built here. Yeah, so if you notice in the cutscene, the welder duckies, which I should probably make a video on separately, they also make the bunny's turrets, which I'm surprised that they make stuff that can destroy their own things, but fair enough. Yeah, you can climb this, but that's because the things are acting like ladders anyway. Now, I'm going to assume that's an American plug socket. I wouldn't know what else it is if it's not an American plug socket. Oh, wait, it isn't an American plug socket. Huh. It's an EU plug socket. Okay, so that very evidently shows that adversaries definitely made this map. So this cannot be below Natural's bathroom. I see. So this plug socket indicates that this must be made in Europe. And by extension, the ducky dimension is actually European. Therefore, the laws of the Geneva Conventions do apply here, because all countries in Europe, I believe, are recipients of the Geneva Conventions. But yes, this is an EU plug socket or a European plug socket, not British plug socket, EU, because I believe adversary is from the European Union countries. I probably know, actually I do know which one it is, but I don't want to leak it just in case he'll come at me. Is this an oven or is this a window? Looks like an oven. A shower head and a bathtub, very cool. Now, as for this calendar here, as you can see, it says April, 1st starting on that, and then 4th and 5th being Saturday, Sunday. Also, apparently, there are only 26 days in this dimension, but this square over down here is listed as a day, but it's not. Again, this is all very weird. In fact, it actually makes more sense that this is the April 2026 calendar. As you can see here, Wednesday's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. As you can see here, the no bread ends on Wednesday the 8th, which is when updates normally take place, Wednesday. So it seems as if the developers may have used the calendar for next year. So actually, the events of Bathroom Approach is not done on the April 2025, it's done on April 2026. Obviously, we're annoying the fact that they've been starved for bread for however long, like a week, and no one coming with bread. Where is bread? When were the ducks able to learn English to write, but they still speak in Quackanese? I just find it absurdly odd that we're playing in the future and that this is a 2026 calendar, not a 2025 calendar. Plasters, hair comb, toothbrush, mug, playing cards. Ooh, what's this? A playing card that's beneath a nail clipper. Now, people have said that this playing card here, it's got the Roblox logo and something that looks like a Dominus crown. Now, people have said that this could be an alter ego reference, as seen here, but it looks nothing like an alter ego reference. Yes, sure, it's got standing face front with complete blackout of the character, but it doesn't look like alter ego in the slightest. This is probably just a representation of a playing card that's been Robloxified. Interesting though, this playing card here doesn't have anything underneath it, so they don't render anything unnecessarily. But additionally, you'll notice that the bunny sentries are located underneath the map before they spring up when you buy the trapdoors. Additionally, you may know this, but this section here, these are Hot Wheel tracks, whereas this section here, this is the Lego track. I mean, the Hot Wheels is obvious because of this Hot Wheel loop here, but there are no cars here, which is interesting. Additionally, the Lego blocks, there are no Lego blocks apart from the Lego path. And additionally, this is built like some sort of defensive wall. I have no idea what they're trying to protect, obviously probably Ducky Doom, but why did they have to build a defensive wall against this? Also, which way is the defensive wall? Is it this way to stop people entering this section of the bathroom, or is it this way to stop people entering the construction site of Ducky Doom? Okay, I just looked at this distance. I don't think the bunny mech is actually able to cover this distance. Oh, it can. Just barely, but it can. Right, okay. Can we get on top of the bathtub? I think that's just slightly too big of a jump to make, unfortunate. Oh well. So it doesn't seem like there's a way to get inside the bathtub, and there's no ropes, it seems like, around this entire bathtub. So unfortunately, we can't see anyone bathe in this bath. Not that that will be a good thing, you dirty, dirty people. Also, if you're at low graphic settings, I just realized that the shapes of the models change as you approach it. So as you can see, this washing machine, or the render distance, as you can see, it's not circular in this rest distance, but if you zoom in closer, it is. That's very cool. That's optimization right there, I assume. Now imagine if I change it to high settings, it would remain a circle no matter how far away I go. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so I don't know if that's a TDS thing or Roblox thing or just an optimization thing. But yes, very cool map. I thank Adversary actually for making such a detailed map, and a very cool one at that.